Today is March 11, 2025. If you guys have seen the previous video, you probably have seen that my Model 3 was involved in an accident where an F-150, while backing out, ended up turning their wheel and just hitting the fender, creasing it and denting it like this. You can see that the drive protected PPF did an amazing job protecting the paint. The only paint damage it looks like we have is just this chip over here. I did end up cutting the PPF a little bit because it was just hanging, but the steel bumper of that F-150 ended up basically getting this corner and just chipping it, which looks just like a rogue chip. So technically this could have been done with like a dentless repair, but the insurance company is gonna get this fixed professionally where they'll have to repaint it. I talked to the body shop in regards to the PPF that the car has right now, and they said they're gonna be putting probably like Expel on the car. I would love to have the drive protected again, but I just don't really want to deal with the insurance company with the payments. I just want them to just get this job done. That's about it. So let's get to the body shop and let's just see how this whole thing turns out. And here we are at the Cosmos Collisions. About 16 days later, this is what I've been driving, and this is the Hyundai Elantra rental that I actually got. When I dropped off the car, I waited there, and then a shuttle came and took me to Enterprise Rental, where then I grabbed this one, which was the only car that they had that was a sedan at the time. However, I got an email that the parts that they were ordered were for a driver's side. So the insurance estimator who came into my house to do the estimate ended up accidentally putting that it was on the driver's side. Now, I do want to mention, before making the insurance claim, I did take the car into Cosmos Collisions where they did an estimate on their own, and they did put it that it was on the passenger side. I guess they didn't look at their previous estimate that they did on the car. Prior to yesterday, the car was always in service mode, and then yesterday they ended up removing it from service mode and they took the car in to get the PPF installed. Once the car was back at Cosmos Collisions, when I looked at the location of the car, Cosmos told me that they got to do their final quality check and also deal with the insurance paperwork. So today I called my insurance adjuster and they ended up sending a email for the difference that they will be issuing a check directly to Cosmos Collision. That way they can actually release the car to me. But I do want to mention one thing that I'm super unhappy about Cosmos Collision is they asked me to give a credit card so I can authorize them to charge me for the parts if I choose to not do the repair with them. I had to do that or they would not end up repairing it. That's the first. I did take a car into Coachworks back in 2021, and during that time I did not give any credit card details because we were going through insurance. So that's something that's a bit strange with Cosmos Collision, but hopefully the work is going to be done right. But it was a Tesla authorized collision center. I find it a bit strange that I have to give them my credit card information before they can even accept it, even though that I'm going with insurance. Usually when you take your car in for service or anything, they repair it and then release the car based on the payment. So that being said, the car is ready right now. What I got to do is go to Enterprise Rental, drop this car off, see if they'll provide a shuttle to the Cosmos Collision Center, and then if they don't, I'll just Uber my way there. Perfect timing. Service in 226 kilometers. All right, guys, returned the Elantra to Enterprise, and I'm back here. Took a look at the Model 3 after it has been repaired. So let's take a look. And here is the repaired car. They did some blending with the paint against the doors. So they have a new PPF here, as well as the mirror was replaced. So they got a new PPF on the mirror as well as on the door right over here. That's the Model 3, all repaired. You don't see that ugly dent anymore. And picking the car up with 45,660 kilometers because they did have to drive all the way to the other location to get the PPF installed. And then they drove it back to here for me to pick it up. And here's the paperwork for all of the repair. It says that my car is a 2023. However, it's a 2024. It's just that 2024 was not in their system. Here's a quick look at all the descriptions and everything like that. But the first thing we got here is right front side repeater lamp, which is $205. This one was initially quoted from them for the scratch that it had. You can kind of see in this picture that they highlighted for the supplement for the insurance company. During the drop-off, I did end up letting Cosmos know that while I was driving, the camera did sometimes end up showing a black screen for that specific camera. So the camera replacement was definitely necessary. You can see another new part, which is a left front door rear view mirror coming at $528.75. Then we have another side view mirror, which is for the proper side, which is $705. So the insurance company estimator ended up sending them an email when they did end up saying that some of the parts are wrong. They're not willing to pay the full price for the wrongfully ordered mirror. So in this this case, it looks like they probably paid $528.75. However, the job was not done. Like, they did not end up putting a new mirror on my car. So hopefully this wrong part is not going to be quoted in the Carfax of the car, so that the total is not necessarily going to be what it ended up to be. You can see we got some paint materials, which are $228.80. Shop materials, $100. Hazardous waste disposal, $5. Restore corrosion protection, $15. Then we have $10 first panel, $5 subsequent panel, chip resistant materials. So this looks to be the PPF. So right front fender, right front lower door, right front door mirror. And they did end up including a picture that it is a full PPF for the insurance supplement. Pre-repair scan, $160. Post-repair scan, $160. Mask for overspray is $10. Then here on the back, you can see the grand total is $5,088.29, which was all paid by my insurance company. So it looks like they did end up paying for that wrongfully ordered mirror. This driver's side one was never replaced, but this is for sure the original mirror that came with the car, because I'm the one who installed this PPF. And I can kind of see it because I remember this imperfection that I had over here. Also, I had a car wash sticker right underneath. In regards to why this mirror had to be replaced, is that there was a scuff somewhere here, very small amount of scuff, and that's the reason why they ended up replacing it. You can see it in this picture. So far, I am satisfied with the repair from Cosmos Collisions. The PPF installation also looks pretty good. There is something I do want to mention though that's a bit strange with this, is that when the 2021 Model 3 was involved in the accident, anything that Coachworks Body Shop was ordering, I was actually getting an email from Tesla that this part has been ordered alongside tracking numbers. Whereas with this Model 3, whatever Cosmos Collision did, I got no email from Tesla that they ordered a part or tracking number or anything like that. And the blame I have for myself is the fact that I didn't really review the estimates from my insurance company. I only looked of the total amount. Mistakes happen, but that being said, take it on yourself and review it, even though if it's the insurance paying. Just take that few minutes out of your day, because it'll save you days in the long run. At the end of the day, what matters is that my car was not in a big accident. Nobody got injured. The insurance company paid for it, and now my car is repaired, and I can just move on and put this in the past. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one.